Good morning, beloveds. The weather has been really interesting lately. Yesterday I watched the ditch in front of my building, because I'm on the corner, fill up in 30 minutes. Like, it wasn't really close to overflow. It was still several inches from that. It was just like, it was raining that hard. And this morning, we opted to go for a bike ride, and the question was, are we going to get wet? So, if there's anywhere that needs some rain, let us know, and we'll try and send you our rain, because I think we've had enough. But, although because it was 70 degrees, granted the humidity is like high, it was a nice ride. It was a nice ride. I actually managed to average almost 10 miles an hour the entire ride. So I was like, all right then. It was good. I haven't been on the bike in almost, I think, a month, just because our schedules have gotten weird. I make sure to put in the run, because that's what I do, but they said biking is good for, it's another way, it's an exercise that's good for runners. And so I was like, well, we'll squeeze biking in one day a week. And then I managed to do it maybe every other week. So, all right, it is June 4th. I rise out of the old to walk with God in the new. And the quote from Emerson is, religion in the mind is not credulity, and in practice is not form. It is a life. It is the order and soundness of a man. It is not something else to be got, to be added, but it is a new life of those faculties that you have. It is to do right. Emerson. The world would... And that's the weather. Sorry about that. All right, let me try this again. The world would have me tarry in the old, the traditional, and the past, but the infinite urges me forward, bidding me to keep pace with the fresh ideas emerging from the divine mind. The truth is ever new to me. Today's inspiration is God's action urging me to do a creative work. Within me now is the order and soundness of God's man. I need add nothing more to my wisdom, for his mind is my mind. And I now produce good works. I practice my knowledge of God. I give factual evidence of my faith. Whoever sees me this day sees the Spirit at work through me. I do the right and loving thing. The years ahead are bright with promise. They will be to me what I cause them to be. All right. We're having poor connectivity issues, which is why the screen keeps going black, so sorry about that. All right. The years ahead are bright with promise. They will be to me what I cause them to be. I can repeat the past, or I can create new and better experiences. God wants me to do the latter, and I now resolve to do it. If God is forever making all things new, then he is forever making me a new person. This constant improvement is now the basis of my thinking. I think and act today in accordance with my plan for the future. My present faith in good brings that good upon my pathway. Today is better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be heaven on earth. No longer chained by the past, I freely create a new heaven and a new earth. My religion is of today, for my God is present today. I acknowledge him in all my ways and allow his mind to direct my path. Right now, I am a spiritual being, and I shall never be less. New ideas are the foundation of my life today, and New ideas are the foundation of my life today, and I am their living representative. God walks as man through the affairs of my world, and I am that man of God. All power is mine to use. All blessings are mine to share. I am victorious over the past, and I am radiant with the possibilities of the now. I open my whole being to the next great good that is even now appearing in my experience. All right, I don't know how many more times this thing's going to cut me off, so I'm going to try and do this relatively quickly. Basically, think about it as, I'm not going to use the word religion, but okay, basically, your spiritual practice is a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. Don't reserve your spiritual practice for just going to church on Sunday. That's what Emerson is saying. It's like if you read all of the diet books and what have you because you're trying to lose weight. The way to do it is not to radically change your diet for 6 months, lose all your weight, and then what happens, because if you go back to your normal eating habits, your pre-diet eating habits, the weight is going to come back on. So that's what Emerson is saying here. This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle. You don't do this to get what you want. You do this all the time. It's not 7% of your time or 10% of your time, whatever. It's all the time. Your spirit, because God infuses you all the time. Which means you want to change your relationship with God and with religion. Because if you're only doing it, a seventh of your time, I think that's one of the things that Jesse's using, then you're not using the full power that can be granted to you by doing it all the time. Does that mean that you have to be high, holy, spiritual? No. It means to be authentically you, recognizing that you are a child of God all the time. All the time. Not just that brief period of time that you're in church on Sunday. Which is why we say we are centers for spiritual living, not a religion. Because religions tend to be practiced in short bursts, but spirituality can be practiced all the time. That is science of mind. So, I rise out of the old to walk with God in the new. God is constantly creating